Yep, I hear you, man. Well, excuse me, princess. Ah, just reading the Legend of Zelda comic book here from Valiant Comics in 1989. Today we're going to look at some Zelda comic books today. I hope you enjoy. Yep, The Legend of Zelda, #1. Nintendo seal of approval. My camera sucks, so you cannot be able to read all that. Valiant Comics, 1989. This cover overall is pretty cool. There's only one thing I hate about it. Link's sword is in his right hand. That's just a pet peeve of mine. Yeah, I've gotten over it ever since Skyward Sword, but it's a pet peeve of mine that his hand has his sword, right hand has his sword in it. That has always just been a pet peeve of mine when people did that. Yeah, in the Nintendo Comics system, they had a lot of advertisement for video games like Fist of the North Star, which is a great anime and manga on Game Boy. I'm a little nervous about that because it says a brawl. It could be a beat 'em up or a fighting game. And I'm not a huge fan of fighting games on a Game Boy. But I'm not going to ruin the story for you. Well, kind of. I just kind of want to look at the artwork. The artwork is very first two Zelda games. There's the Darias from Zelda 2. Those are the Moblins. That is Ganon. Looks nothing like Ganon. And at least it mentions all three Triforces, unlike the cartoon. And this is actually based off of the cartoon. I might have to cut this off, but because my battery is running low, because my camera sucks. Overall, it is based off the first two Zelda games. The artwork is very colorful. I really do love the color. The artwork is not half that bad either. It's very cartoony. And I have 8 seconds until my battery dies, so I'll be back with weapons. Okay, I am back with weapons. Nah, I'm just playing. Ninja weapons, that is. What is this doing here? Sorry about that. I'm gonna use that for killing people. But like I said, the artwork is very cartoony. There's little errors in this. Every now and then you get a weird freaking error. Like, what the crap is wrong with his hat there? Like, look closely. His hair overlaps his hat. That I can understand, but you can still see like the band. It's like there's a hole in his hat. It is really weird. I don't know how to explain that. Let's take a look at the more artwork. That's boss, one of the bosses. I can't think of which temple right now from Zelda 2. Oh my god, he's gonna crush the flute. Ghostbuster 2. We all know that game sucks. Yeah, they made a bunch of other comics too for Nintendo Comic System. Oh, radical Nintendo Power, whoa. And they even made a Captain and the Game Master, also based off that really crappy cartoon. Except I like the Zelda cartoon, unlike everybody else. Why? I'm a fanboy. No, I'm just playing. Not really. Yeah, they don't even show Ganon's freaking face. At least they showed his retarded looking face in the freaking cartoon. Yeah, Zelda. He sounded like Skeletor, but then he'd go. he'd like switch between two voices. It was like, what the crap's wrong with him? Oh, no, like, the colors is what I really like about this. It has a lot of color. And that's basically the end of this part. But you can subscribe. There's only one problem. 12 issues of The Legend of Zelda. Too bad they only came out with like 8. Because they got canceled after that. Alright, let's... Oh. It's Fabio. How I missed thee, Fabio. You know what? This'll be funny. I bought the game. Iron Sword, and it actually is Fabio. The reason why it's so weird is because it's only based off of these two games right here. Like, these were the only references that they ever had to create those, so you gotta give them a little bit understanding there, because it is a little corny, and these two were very stereotypical games. Like, they were very typical. Saving Princess. They didn't get deep into A Link to the Past, you all know that. There are even some Zelda manga. You got this one. This one. This one. This one. And 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 this one. Now these are the true adaptations. These are the best, the Ocarina of Time parts. They are their own adaptation while still maintaining true to the original source and having its own style and own version of the story, but it doesn't distort the story in any way. They are perfect. Now the mangas are all in black and white. That's usually how mangas are. And the artwork is just stunning in this. It is fan-flipping-tastic. The first part of the story is him getting to the Master Sword. Yeah. Master Sword. Let me get to the page that gives the Master Sword. I can't multitask because I suck at camera work. There we go. There. The first story is, of course, him as a kid and getting the Master Sword at the end. And the rest is him rescuing the sages and defeating Ganon. Now, this is what Ganon should look like. That's how I picture as Ganon. That pig man thing. That's the way to do it. Now let me tell you about one of the Zeldas that is rushed. Majora's Mask. This needed to be like Ocarina of Time. 2 parts. I mean, it's only that big. That big. And, you know, every single boss fight, he kills in one hit. It's like, Adola, I can kill you, spin attack, that kind of stuff. I'm dead serious. He does that. I will show it to you. It is ridiculous and stupid. Right there. Right there. That's all he does. Right there. You see that? Right there. That's all he has to do. Who knew? Then you got these 2 manga. These should be like, these are a part series as well, but it doesn't say part. They're okay, but they don't really mash up together with these 2 games as well. Like, they skip a whole bunch of stuff, let me tell you. They rushed these 2 a bit, much like Majora's Mask. They rushed. Now these 2 are actually pretty good as well. The 4 Swords ones, they are pretty good. They're 2-parters, and they're actually based off of this game, 4 Swords Adventures. And 4 Swords and 4 Swords Adventures are 2 totally different games, 2 totally different stories and everything. But They call these ones Four Swords, and I don't know, but it's actually based off of Four Swords Adventures. Now this one here, Minish Cap, has more of a child. It's a child's story in a way. It's lighter tone, and it's more for children rather than. I mean, it's still pretty good, but it just has a lighter tone. It has not as much cruel violence like in the Ocarina of Time. It has blood, and Link to the Past has blood. It doesn't have much dreadful, gritty parts to the story, which is okay, but it's really lighthearted. So if you like those kind, this is one you should pick up. I do have to say, this does not hold justice to this. This is not the best adaptation I have seen. Don't get me wrong, it is still good, but it pisses me off in so many areas that I just can't explain. Well, I will be explaining in a couple minutes, but it doesn't hold up to this guy's legacy, this particular game. The best one holds up is that one that was written in the 90s. I think was released in Nintendo Power in the 90s, but this is not the best one. Like I said before, I'm going to explain a couple of reasons why I do not like it as much. This part of the video will contain spoiler alerts, so if you don't want this manga... Well, if you played the game, you already know what it's about, and you should play the game, so, you know what, screw it. I'm going to ruin it for you. First of all, in A Link to the Past, the Master Sword needed to be like pulled and stuff, so the Knight's bloodline can remain true. Ironically, Link, the descendant of the hero of time, is the last true bloodline. But in this manga, he isn't. This useless piece of crap, that girl, her name's like Ganti or something like that. I'm so sorry about that again. My hallway light blew out. But let me show you something. Guess who kills Ganon? I mean, like in all the stories, I mean, I figured it'd be Link or something. Link does fight Ganon, but it is not Link who delivers the final blow. Look at this. Ganon looks amazing. He looks creepy as crap. Like, look at that. That's cool. He looks like that pig man I was talking about. But look. Here she is with the gay freaking silver arrow. There's Link being awesome. Yeah, look at the Link. And then there's that. She shoots him. He dies. Triforce. Bull crap. And then you have Phantom Hourglass. Overall, it's a pretty childish story. It is not too terribly bad. But this is what it does to the story. The entire story. This is what it does. It cuts it in half. Literally, they leave half the story out. They just skip the part about making... Like, they just go to the swordsmith. They're like, hey, can you make me the Phantom Sword? He's like, okay, yeah. Ching, ching, here's the Phantom Sword. He's like, okay. And it's like, what happened to getting the pure metals and stuff like that? I don't know. So, all the manga are Ocarina of Time, Parts 1 and 2, Majora's Mask, the Oracle series, Four Swords, A Link to the Past, Minish Cap, Phantom Hourglass. Am I missing something? No. But all the mangas were started out in Japan in the early 2000s. They didn't come to America until like 4 years ago. By Akira Himekawa. That's how you pronounce it for those people who can't pronounce Japanese. And, well, I'm a ninja. I'm from Japan. But they are really good manga. You guys should check them out. So, that's it for my comics episode today. So have a most excellent time.